welcome to Pranayama class number 11 in the spring series. We've been working throughout the spring series to bring practices that engage the parasympathetic nervous system. Remember that pranayama is a skill set and it needs to be practiced so that you can use it when you need it to be most effective, when you're feeling stressed, when you feel tension in your body. You need to use it to effectively, but you can't do that without practicing. And so if you're not quite hooked enough to want to do it every single morning, to establish the effects, I suggest you do it at least twice a week. So that would mean that this week you would do your asana number 11, then pranayama 11, then meditation 11, twice in 1 week, maybe about 3 days apart. And these are morning practices primarily, but they can be done in the evening because there is no sympathetic engagement. We do not do sympathetic pranayama practices, I would say afternoon, but most people say in the evening because it will interfere with sleep. And sleep is so important for wellness. So we're going to do a bit of a challenge practice this time. I want you to keep ahimsa at the very front of your consciousness. You do not want to hurt yourself. You don't want to harm yourself. You don't want to create any nervous system irritability. But we're going to do a practice that I've heard called circular breathing, and it's called that when singers and musicians who use wind instruments need to learn to modulate their breath. And you can imagine that just like folks who are blowing out birthday candles, they need a short inhale and a long exhale that is immediately followed with a short inhale, because the bulk of the work they're doing in singing or playing a wind instrument is done on the exhale most of the time. The harp is the exception. You can sometimes inhale on a harmonica. But the point is, that's when it's called circular breathing. Otherwise, it's pretty much just a standard pranayama practice. So what we're going to do is build up to your maximum inhale and then double that for the exhale, but we're going to keep it going without counting for as long as it's comfortable. Now, of course, that comes with a caveat. I don't want you to do it for more than 20 minutes, but I don't want you to think you have to do it for 20 minutes. 20 minutes is your max, okay? So set a timer on your phone. I'll try to remember to tell you to do that when we're ready to begin the practice. But set a 20-minute timer on your phone so that you don't go over. We can sometimes get lost, not lost, but really comfortable in the parasympathetic nervous system range and experiences and lose track of time a little bit. So because I'm sensitive to your time constraints, time this practice for 20 minutes. So I'm going to take you through our breath awareness, build up your duration, and then leave you to practice on your own. Let's begin. First of all, find a good seat. Front of the chair, knees and feet hip-width apart. Knees over heels, and you can draw your feet a little bit towards your chair to feel that pelvic tilt that lines up your whole spine through its curves like a perfect Jenga game all the way up to the top of your spine. If you're able to sustain that for 20 minutes, then this is a good choice for you because it allows the most freedom of your respiratory system. But if you can't do it, please lean back if you need to, lie down if you need to. Some folks really like recliner chairs with their feet up. It keeps their back nice and comfortable. So whatever position allows you to execute the breath work is the best position. please respect your body. So find your seat. Take a long, gentle inhale that makes you a little taller or longer. And on exhale, close eyes, if that's comfortable. Otherwise, just little slits so you can see a bit of the floor or your lap. Bring your attention to the breath in your nose. Throat. Chest. Belly. Diaphragm between your breastbone and your navel, that little soft spot. And then feel the whole torso breathe from the beginning of inhale to the end of exhale, watching which parts of your body move when. Use this space to measure your inhale. Extend your exhale if you can by 1 count. Increase your inhale on the next count if it's not up to 5 yet. Just add 1. Increase your exhale on the next until you get up to an inhale of 5. And the most comfortable exhale. So whatever your inhale is and your exhale is always going to be larger than your inhale. But I want the most comfortable number you can find, because sustaining that for up to 20 minutes, it really can't be something that you're straining to accomplish. It needs to be the same thing that they talk about asana, stiram and sukham. It needs to be strong and easy. So finding that fine line between firm and soft is your perfect breath ratio. So what you're going to do now is set your timer for 20 minutes on your phone or your clock, and try this number, this count, over and over again. I want you to notice one thing, though, in particular. When you're doing a circular breath practice, it's almost like a roller coaster. You know, when you go up, you're going up and up and up, inhaling, and there's that spot at the top when you're not going up and you're not going down, and you feel as if you're suspended a bit. Let that tiny pause happen between inhale, and then exhale is like going down on the roller coaster until you reach the bottom where you're not going down and you're not going up. Pause for just 1 count at both of those spots at the end of inhale. So you'll have inhaled 5, pause for just a blink, and then exhale up to 10, not more than 10, and then your little pause again. So pause the audio, give that a try, and when you come back, after however long your body comfortably enjoyed the experience, we'll talk a little bit about how you feel. So pause now and try. Okay, so notice how you feel. Notice what your breath is like now. Just tune into it for a moment. Chances are it's pretty soft. Chances are if you were on a monitor right now, your inspirations would be a little faster heartbeat than your exhalations. Your heart rate would be less than it was when you started this practice. If there was any tension or heat in your body, chances are you're cooler and a little more smoothed out. Now, I'm not communicating those ideas to you so that you have expectations or shame yourself if that's not what you experience. If you're not experiencing positive feelings in your body, please leave me a message, ask questions. I'm happy to help. One size does not fit all in yoga. Well, in anything, right? It starts with pantyhose. So let me know how it went for you, what your experiences were like, and I hope you'll go on to do meditation practice number 11 next. Thank you.